Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? As I enter in,
Hey, buddy.
Palutron, thank you so much. Whoa, subscribed? Are you my first Twitch subscriber? You just sub on Twitch? Is that what I just saw?
Hey, buddy.
Follows from Rural, follows from Gato. Yeah, I think you are, Palutron. I think you are. I just made partner. Not partner. I just made affiliate last week. So yeah. Oh, Mad Wolf with the 100 bits. All right, you guys are way too kind. Oh, Gato, are you already on there too? The YouTube like tells me whenever anything happens, like emails me. I don't know if Twitch is the same thing or not. Xeno Drums, what is this? Zealous, hey. Dude, Z, if you're watching and you're free tonight, dude, I'm happy to get on a call with you and play some games. Like, seriously. Oh, man. Twitch chat is hopping right now. And yes, by the way, Palutron, you are correct. Heavy AC gun kata is correct. Glad you caught the name reference there with Cleric. Very well. Very well done. All right, someone want to tell me where I can find on Twitch Mobile what my current subscribers are? Because I'm still getting used to this whole nonsense here. Take a look here. Give me 1 second. Where is my stuff at? Where do you seize it? I'm actually starting to think that maybe the mobile app doesn't tell you. What I'm starting to think. What I'm starting to think. Oh, I got 2 subs. Yeah, I see it now. Dude, Gato, did you sub my last stream and I just missed it? Is that what literally what happened? If that's just what happened, Gato, I feel horrible. I did not thank you properly. Yeah, so yeah, we got subs. Give us more Twitch streams. All right, hey, every time my stream is going to be dual stream. It's going to be YouTube and Twitch both. It's going to get both. All right, well, thank you all for coming. Appreciate it. Z, if you're around, man, let me know. Happy to do some gaming with you. You can help me stretch. You help me work out my heavy biped frame back on Silent Line, so I'm happy to have you do the same thing here if you want to help me out here. Be a lot of fun. Wow. Ayo, hey, Dr. Wiley Cody on YouTube. Hello, Ishtar. Hey, how you guys doing? I'm gonna see if I can finally iron out my heavy biped. Hey, Mickey, yes. Hey, good to see you. I'm trying to finally get it. Like, I've been trying so hard. Oh, see you, Mad Wolf. Thank you for popping by. Thank you for the bits, too. Appreciate it. Have, quote-unquote, fun at work. I hope work's not horrible for you. I know some people, they like their job, some people don't. I personally like my job right now, so it makes my life easy. But I know for some people, the morning grind is rough. Or a third shift grind is rough, depending on where you're at. So I get it. Anyways, for my last stream, the mod stream didn't take like a little more than an hour. So it kind of evolved into a PvP stream that I got into stream with Gray, and Gray is kind of hammering out my heavy biped. So I want to iron out one, if not two, heavy bipeds I like. Like everything I do, I end up like slowly leaking back into wanting to use wheelchair again. But so for those who don't know, heavy biped's kind of been my main staple since Armored Core Silent Line. And then in Silent Line, I ran a carousel. I ran a carousel with 2 back missiles. I also ran a shield. And the 2 back missiles were the high ACTs and the triple missile. But really, Dr. Volotron says the wheelchair. Yeah, the wheelchair legs. Yep, correct. What really sucks is closing, then coming and then open the next morning. Oh man, I remember doing that. When I used to work at one of my very first job in high school was working on a bowling alley. And Friday, no one ever wanted to work Friday nights, and I wanted the hours because I wanted the money. But mostly to pay for, actually, to be honest with you, it was to pay for the dates. To go on the dates with the lady that I am now married to. Yeah, my wife and I are high school sweethearts. So yeah, I'd say all that extra money I worked to go on those extra dates and pay for a car and stuff was worth it. So yep. Oh hey Sabbath, good to see you on the Twitch end of things. So yeah, my wife and I are high school sweethearts. We have been together for a long time. I realize, you know, most of you I think know I'm an OG Armored Core player, so I've been around since the first game when I was younger. So to give you a little bit of a preference, my wife and I have been in a quote-unquote relationship now since 2002, so a little over 20 years. So and we got married in 2008, so we just got to celebrate our 15th. Yeah, it's awesome. Volotron says, I remember running with you in Armored Core Verdict Day. Oh really? Were you around that point in time, were you? I don't recognize the name though. My apologies. I gotta tell you, my 5 and Verdict Day memories are very fuzzy. Like, I was in the haze. I was in the honeymoon phase. Oh, Poru! Dude, I do remember that name. Yes, actually. I remember Poru. Yeah! Dude, Poru, good to see ya. Man, there's you, Foxfire, Cat RPG came out of nowhere the last year too. Man, bunch of old faces I haven't seen in a long time. This is awesome. Oh, it's so fun. But yeah. Yeah, Foxfire. Yeah, he came back this last year. You've been running some stuff too, so he's actually doing well. He's actually, I don't know, Poru, I don't know if you're on the Discord or not. There should be a link in the description to join the Discord. It is actually, let me make sure that link is updated. I had a problem the other day where the link wasn't updated. But let me just put this in chat. Okay. That should take you there. We got a custom URL because our Discord's big enough actually. It actually just blew up in the last couple months. Yeah, it's my Discord server. Yep. We got almost 600 people on there. Very chill place. A lot of cool content people run up there. A lot of people run a lot of PvP fairly regularly. A lot of people posting builds, getting AC discussions. It's a pretty great place. So yeah. I have inadvertently gotten back into community building like back in the old days of Armored Core forums, like Armored Core Online and Armored Core Legacy and such. So yeah, it just kind of happened inadvertently, and the Discord's been a fun thing to get to maintain. So yeah, feel free to join it, take a look at it, and it's been pretty good. So if that link does not work, let me know. Oh nope, I see you joined. I'll even wave at you. Cool. All right, so back to my real discussion. So since Silent Line, I have been running a heavy biped on Silent Line. As I said, it was a Kurosawa, high C triple missiles. In Nexus, it was a heavy biped with the Selena execute orbit core with the Cetus arms and dual vert back missiles. In Ninebreaker, it was a dual bazooka, I think dual BP Zook, a heavy biped, and then in Last Raven, I ran a few different heavy biped builds, mostly with FA legs, but I ran Kurosawas, I ran Zooks, a variety of things. And honestly, in 4 and Verdict I mean, in 4 and 4 Answer, I also had, I ran a heavy biped with the bazooka arms and the double back or wing cannons, the triple laser cannons on both sides. I call it the stun and whack build, ran there through 4 and 4 Answer. And then 5 Verdict was also mostly a heavy biped. I ran some tanks, some, and I actually started getting a little bit of affinity for tanks in 5 and Verdict as a whole, and it was a lot of fun. So, in 6, unfortunately, if you look at my AC data here, as you can see, tank. There's my build I made for the biped only tournament. Here's my kind of my fun build I use for like blading. You can see wheelchair, tetrapod. This heavy biped's just kind of the choral joke. Wheelchair. This heavy biped is interesting, but doesn't work as well as I was hoping. But since with some of the stun changes, this is just a fun one for Boxing Day. Again, wheelchair, and here's some bipeds I have been testing. So, the end of last stream, we were talking to Bowles, and Bowles, I was showing people what the meta breaker was that Striker Atasa showed off. Essentially, this is a build that has the ability to do a lot of different things. It has the hand missile, hence we're using Basho arms because the terrible tracking doesn't matter. That's also why we're running the P10 SLT because it has the highest missile track, nice and fast. The vertical plasma missiles are awesome. They're just the best tracking missile in the game. The shield, everyone uses this shield. I actually think this one might have some purpose to it, but I know it doesn't block as well, but the fact that this lighter could make a difference in certain builds. And then obviously the hammer is just awesome. The goal being you can kick, but the cool thing about this build is, I'll show it off here in a second. Oh, Eric Williams is asking, do you think the laser slicer is underpowered? Yes, I think the biggest problem with laser slicer is that it's a little too easy to fall out of combo. The combo is not a true combo in a lot of cases. I found a lot of times where I feel like it should have gone in and got double hit, that the first set of hits actually knocks the person too far back to the point where the second set of hits don't hit on the combo. So yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's flashy. I think it's definitely one of the coolest looking blades in the game as far as how it functions. But yeah, due to the way that the hit stun tracking works, yeah, and Cal over on Twitch mentioned that the hitbox was really thin. Yeah, it just, I wish it was more effective than it was, but it's probably not a bad thing. It's not that more effective because also can you imagine just basically seeing everyone in Armored Core just Darth Mauling it everywhere? Yeah, second pulse split. Yeah, second it gets out of range. Yeah, exactly. So it's just, all depends how it goes. You can definitely tell the way they're designed. They're almost designed to be stagger builders or stagger punishers. The blades in between, blades in neutral are rough. For this build, you can assault boost, fire missiles. The goal being to go in here. You can shield out of it and hit the hammer. It actually kick into hammer is actually what's considered a quote-unquote true combo. If you kick someone, you can immediately follow up with a hammer, and they should be stunned long enough to get a double hit on them. So that's why people like the hammer and the kick combo for it. My biggest problem is, thanks to a wonderful carpal tunnel in my right hand, I have a hard time doing with mouse and keyboard, not using hard lock. I want to pick my mouse up entirely too much. So I move my mouse just inadvertently and trying to hold it upside down to do something weird. So I don't move the mouse. I find myself, I'm unable to do it at that point. So I'm still practicing with it. I think I'll get better with it eventually. But notice this thing. If you look at the stats on this thing, ready? It's 12,370 AP, 1150 on kinetic energy, 1200 explosive, over 2,000 stability, 96 recovery. Tracking doesn't matter because we're using hand missiles and back missiles. The boost speed is 310. It's only at the 75 weight, so look at this, ready? A boost speed of 541. So this will catch most fast ACs and can outrun most slow ACs. So essentially you can catch missile rats or people who like the missile runaway, or if people who are really slower, you can be the missile rat and doing missiles and running away. So it kind of just does both options. And it's also, I think the one that has the hardest time with is probably going to be the Uber laser builds, like everyone calls Lerpster. but it's a possibility. So I need to make a build. I gotta make a build. I want to make a heavy biped. I want to make it my own. I don't want to be like a meta. I've never been a meta following thing per se. I inadvertently created the meta Nexus back in the day. That was in my chemo and drug induced stupor when I was going through cancer treatments. I ended up making a monster when Nexus first came out. So I'm wanting to make something that feels very distinctly me. So I was thinking, I'm really liking the change in bazookas. I want it to be a Zook build. Zooks have been a standard for me in a lot of builds through different eras of the game. So Zooks just make sense. Now the Majestic has a slower firing speed than this. And the biggest, and it also has the rounds are much lower, but I don't think the rounds matter that much. My thing is that the damage and the impact don't matter. It's the velocity. The Majestic's velocity is nuts. Zook shoot riot. Yep. So the Majestic just has the best of the, or the most, the way that the projectile speed on the Majestic is just, it's a lot. So here's my thought process. So is anyone here, either on YouTube or Twitch, or either of you familiar, how many of you were around during the Silent Line era of Armored Core? If you weren't around for, or at least kind of familiar with what kind of builds people ran? Does anyone here know? Anyone around during that time frame? If I can find a video, I might look for it. Yes, actually. So I love the Javelin, the explosive one. I love it. It does so much stagger. It's nuts. Direct hit adjustment. If you have someone staggered hit with them, it's nuts. The problem is it's extremely heavy. I mean, look how much heavier that is. I mean, you're adding 3,000 more pounds. You're adding almost double the energy manager, which almost an Elan loads some builds, depending on what it is. And the bullet velocity just isn't as good. It just isn't. So that's the reason why this doesn't get used as often. I love this personally, especially in like PvE, but in PvP, yeah, it's not going to do the trick. The Majestic's kind of where it's at. So my original idea is kind of, honestly, I love the fact there's even a term now. I love how this term kind of started. I think with the Souls group is the whole unga bunga, as people call it. And I had considered going double earshot. Just looking at this is ridiculous. Going double earshot, double bazooka. Just, so hear me out. So I'm also using Durzo, which has the best assault boost in the game. So one of the build types back in that game was essentially what's called a jousting tank. So what you do, back in Silent Line, unless you use the op-I or OP intensify optional part, bipeds and the what could not fire cannons while quick boosting in the air. Quads could do it, or tetrapods could do it while they're on the ground. They were called quad legs back then. So what you do with a tank could even fire back cannons while, back grenade launchers, back chain gun, what have you, while back then, before it was called assault boost, back when it was called overboost. What you would do, you'd have these really big bulky tank ACs with really high overboost speeds. And we see that they just overboosted, and they would fire cannons at you and try to get as much as possible, like zoom in and do it, and then they would boost out and then let their energy recharge, and they so it would then overboost back in and fire again. So it was called a jousting tank is what it was called. So I was thinking with a heavy biped of kind of recreating that kind of thought process a little bit and seeing if I can make it work. Because I've had this mental block, unfortunately, for a little while now, where I kind of felt like I couldn't run firing stance weapons on heavy biped because I feel like it limited me too much. I had this mental block against it. But after testing, thanks to Bull's advice on the last stream, I started figuring out Oh, thanks, Bonds, for clarifying. Yes, you're correct. It does have slightly up better. Yes, you're correct. The detonator bazooka does have slightly higher velocity, but the proximity races is not as good. Yes, correct. That's right. I knew it was something along those lines. I had my head. I was thinking two different things at once. I had like Zooks from old games in the brain. So, thanks to Bowles last stream, he kind of invited me to go like, yeah, you can definitely fire things out of assault boosting. It's actually not that bad. Okay, so I was trying it out and actually kind of liked it. So with that being the case, I consider something like this. That's kind of what you call a quote unquote unga bunga build. The problem is I have a slight issue with this. My boost is down to 485. So catching the bigger fish, the lighter fish, not bigger fish, sorry, excuse me. The lighter fish is going to be a little bit rough. So, since shields are getting such amount of use now, and to free up some lightness. Now, Bonds, are you still here, Bonds? By the way? Just out of curiosity, you still here? Because I know you're pretty involved in the PvP soon, because I want to ask you a question. Alright. So I know this shield right here, the PS shield, is the one that's been used a lot. I know a lot of to do with the fact that the IG, the instant guard, dampening, impact dampening is a lot. And it's a good enough, or the cooling is good enough, where you can do like 6 activations for it overheats if you do 6 rapid ones, right? So my thought process is it just because the numbers are so much higher and at 60? Because I was looking at this, and I feel like depending on people's builds, if they're a little too heavy, that this actually is still a viable option. Just because you actually can activate this thing 7 times rapidly before it overheats. And it has a much more generous instant guard duration, and not much less on the form of instant guard dampening and impact. Unless this math is unless there's a bigger drop off in this math than I realize. Is this or is this not a viable option as a alternative if you're trying to shed some weight to get, if especially in that 75k speed drop off range that has between 75 and 80k? Oh, you're bad with shields? Oh, that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, I haven't seen them used either. So I was just generally curious as to why this is always kind of the default. When this has less weight, less drain, as a better instant guard duration, it just isn't quite as good on the stats for this. So, and you can actually use it one more time technically in rapid succession and not have it overheat on you. I didn't know it was going to make a difference or not. So I thought I considered using it. I don't use shield guns, hard to hold on keyboard. So I have my back left. So I have like an 8 mouse button or whatever. My back left shoulder weapon is my back button on my mouse, so I can sit there and just kind of hold it. That's kind of what I have it for that reason. So it's like a very quick reaction. But yeah, I've talked to other people too who have that same kind of setup, and they have a hard time with these weapons as a whole. But all my firing weapons are actually on my mouse, which I think is actually might be a better way to go. But there's also been some times I think it may have hurt me, if I'm being honest. So I considered going this route to kind of help shed some more weight. Now, granted, I can't use these arms anymore because these arms are going to kill me. Because those are the Bashos. That's not what I'm running right now. They're very light, which is also very helpful. I had considered Mind Alpha just because of the damn, but the Howl is actually pretty good too. And also the Melander. Just shed the extra weight, but I think I might go Mind Alpha for now. Or I'll probably end up sticking for, just for the defensive purposes, but I could go something different. This is lighter. Adjust the defenses quite a bit, but it is lighter. Gotta cut some weight on the thing. Main thing with this is stability. So. Here, just when the thing is so rough, man. Ian load is just rough. You start going some of these other ones. It gets real rough real quick. or something like this, and then I break the 500 barrier at that point. I'm not sure it's worth the offset is my question. I'm gonna need a punish. So if I'm running in and like if I'm assault boosting and running a bazooka, for example, my idea for that is basically the hit. Now, I know what really I should be using instead, because it is just probably overall a more usable weapon in many cases, is going to be the LCS. The problem is I start running into 2 energy load, which means I have to go back to my core. So my core is what's holding me back on that side. The adjusted output is killing it. Back to this one again, go even lighter. Go at that 500 mark. Triple LCS, oh gosh. How slow does that thing fire? How overburdened? That doesn't surprise me. Just for testing purposes, let's. Oh, I'm still overburdened. Just for testing purposes, here we go. How slow does this thing come out? Yeah, it's a little slow. It had to be a punish only. Whereas the LCS would give me a secondary option to basically hurt people with. That does fire insanely fast. It actually is at the 75k mark. That's actually not horrible. My problem is I'm a little lighter than I would like in most cases. Things are just too heavy, everyone. They're too heavy. Everything's too heavy. My need for bulk is getting me into trouble. I mean, I could just go full-blown sacrificial on the arms and not care anymore. Like go uber light on the arms. How does this thing have just better stats, period? It's also lighter. That seems wrong. Seems very wrong. Apparently my guy skipped arm day. My guy skipped arm day. $1,100 still, so that's not bad. He's to be in the 2,000 stagger range. Puts in the 300 mark too. It's a little funky. Look at this guy. 533. You know, this ain't bad. Feel a little bad my guy skipped arm day, but you know. Not a bad overall setup. Pretty much anything I put on here is just going to make it that much worse on weight. Some of these are much better defenses, though, that's for sure. Straight up better across the board on a lot of them. My goodness. Yeah, I understand why the two these arms are so bulky looking, yet somehow they're light. That makes no sense. I mean, they look huge. I mean, look at those arms compared to these. And look at these. Weighs more, weighs more, weighs more, weighs more. That doesn't make any sense. And these things have big old fat shoulders on them. Melander C3. Yeah. Not too different. Actually, the stats on this thing are fantastic. Jeez Louise. That's a little nutty too. Problem is, let's get probably back under. Oh no, 522. That's not bad. It's not bad. I'm at that point though where I'm in that, as I mentioned earlier, the speed drop off between the 75 and 80k mark. So look at this. Me just shedding 2,500 weight, I increased my general boost speed by 13. My quick boost speed by, I mean, that's a little, it's nutty how much that drop off is. It's crazy how much that drop off is. So yeah, maybe we'll maybe we'll mess around with the C3s a little bit. They seem pretty good. Well, anything else I'm pretty much going to do is going to cause a drop in a lot of the defenses. You know what? This seems feasible. Sam goes in 6 minutes behind live. The SUQ5 is awful cooling. Yes, you are correct. So, well, I was incorrectly stating something a sec earlier ago. I didn't mean cooling. That's my apologies, not cooling. I meant heat buildup. So, yeah, you're correct. It does take longer to cool down than the PS shield. So, once you get to that point, it cools much faster. It just cools faster in general. Yes, that is correct. So, between that, I can see where that might make a difference. Still in the fives, almost the 520s. Alrighty. I think of one last thing here. 190. My other question is, all of these are flipping heavier. Does it really matter? Because of the speed, I lose stability, weigh a whole lot more. The wrecker legs are like a weird pseudo upper echelon midweight and like a uber low tier heavyweight. So it's interesting. Very interesting leg. I like, actually, visually, it's one of my favorite looking legs. It looks cool. And you know, aesthetics quote unquote matter. Aesthetics matter, right? All right, let's venture into the ether sphere and see how we do. See how it goes. I'm a little concerned. I just realized this guy is playing on Watchpoint Delta. His name is Bumslayer. Gonna find out. We have a heavy rat. Heavy missile boater. Heavy missiles incoming. Ah. Oh man, I get used to this. Yeah, fat rat, if you will. Yep, I got used to this. So he's perma-flighting heavy missile nonsense. Got it. Okay. Alrighty. I know how much stagger that does. That bothers me. Yep, knew it was coming. Yeah, shields block boost. Yeah, I know. I am not used to shields either. Hey, Semper. I'm venturing into territory that I am not used to yet. I have half a mind to skip the shield, go true full Ungabunga, and go that route, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh, I know. It's a skybox map. Oh, believe me, I know. I fully know it's a skybox map. I know. Go to some. What do I think of the flamethrower? I think the Bad Cook is amazing. I think it's one of the single best PvE weapons of the game, period. And from a multiplayer perspective, the Bad Cook has its place and purpose. I think it's better in 3s, though. 1v1, not as much. 3v3s, yeah, Bad Cook's great. Because if your whole team wants to run Bad Cook so you can't see anything on the screen, then it's even funnier. So I get up close. I see what's going on now. So I get even remotely close to getting him. He just goes uber vertical, or that's why when I first make my first approach, he's popping these salt boosts to keep me from effectively cornering him. I got it. So that's why he's popping. That's why he's popping that so early. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Then it stays right below my thing. So that's the one thing weak with bazookas especially, and back cannons, you can't fire straight up, you can't fire straight down. Missiles, don't care. I was starting to figure it out there towards the end of that match, though. I was starting to figure it out a little bit. Oh, apparently I got a little too close on figuring him out at that end. So he saw I got him down to like 2 KP. He's like, you know what? This guy's catching on to me. I'm going to quit. Oh, well. Room is full. It's Ollie playing on Xylem with an asterisked out name. You gave me a nice to meet you, so I gotta say nice to meet you back. It's etiquette, it's protocol. If you don't do that, you're a horrible person. Well, not really. Maybe you just didn't realize or you forgot. But seriously, if someone says hi or nice to meet you, you say it back. You gotta keep things civil. Required. Required. What are we rocking here? Ooh. Basho arm, explosive thrower. What was the back left weapon? Was that a shield? Was that coral shield explosive thrower? Is that what I just saw? I think that was a coral shield. I feel kind of bad bringing this like sort of sweaty build or experimental sweaty build into this match because I feel like this guy. But he's running Basho unless he just is he planning on punching me to death? Is this a puncher? Is he planning on punching me? Yeah, this build's a little too strong for this matchup. This build's a little too strong for this matchup. It looked kind of bad. This guy's actually trying something novel and unique. I feel bad. Hey, K-Chung. Oh, he has a blade. Oh. That was a shield. The card I didn't see the shield the whole time, obviously. So yeah. So explosive thrower, pulse blade. Got it. That shows you how fast the LCS fire is out of stun, or out of assault boost though. Alright, I'll probably bring out something a little more meta now, I'm assuming. We'll find out. Kate Chung over here saying Majestic and the Guanji are reliable, fastest bullets, big stagger, bursts one hit, and nice cool. Yeah, it's true. This Majestic has a really big burst area too, which helps. I haven't used Javelin Bazooka much, but it's more expensive in terms of weight reload. It actually has slightly Bonds on your earlier. It actually has slightly faster bullet velocity than Majestic. The biggest problem it has is the reload time is slightly worse. It also has the burst explosion on the projectile is smaller than on the Majestic. The Majestic overall is just an improved build. Double Sweet 16. Oh, dude, look at the paint scheme. You know, all the cool swirls on the inside of the joints and stuff. Oh, that's sick. Double Sweet 16 laser slicer. Yes, please. Ow. I got full comboed. I was sitting there just admiring what was going on, and I did not try to quick boost out that entire time. I should have tried to quick boost out, and I did not. I'll give him credit, though. That was stylish. Uber stylish. Oh, I'm in Steam menu. No. Wow. We have a good enough connection where he actually can reacting dodge to the bazooka shots and the LCS shots. Like, he's actually decently able to actually react to him. You gonna bring something else out now? Is this guy gonna be a treasure trove of random stuff? This would be awesome if that's the case, because that doesn't happen very often on online PvP. Let me tell you. That does not happen very often at all. Ah, he's bringing it back. Okay. He's bringing her back. Oh, just out of range of that. I was actually able to dodge a reverse joint kick. That's how good our connection is. That is rare. Like 90% of the time, that thing would connect with me midair. Alrighty. Ooh, that came off right before he got the explosion off. This guy's good. Like I like his movement. His movement's good. He has good combinations on it. His paint schemes are sick. I feel like I gotta bust something out now. Like something else out is what it feels like now. Alright, let's load up punishment. This is something I was goofing around with, but I'm not sure it's gonna work. I'm using a gun that almost never gets used. Yeah, White Guard says Javelin's good for punish, but meh otherwise. Yeah, it's a great the direct hitter just went nuts. So punish, you get put the dead music when you're ACS down. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Really gonna hurt. I just realized how much that build almost looks like 9-ball. Never noticed that before. It really does. Harasawa Dagger Coral Shield. That's interesting. Oh, punish. He got the full punish. Oh no. His did a better job. He was point blank. He was point blank with my assault armor, and that did not ACS down him. That's interesting. Huh. That's interesting. Boom. GG's to this person. These are fun. Kramagor, how would you describe good movement in this game for Biped specifically? So movement in this game, good job is correct. Loving that. Good movement in this game, especially for bipeds, as what I figure is, I look at it as someone, so this game, even though it gives you what I jokingly call the Pizza Hut indicator, you know, because when you get that, it's someone's trying a cannon at you, you get the little indicator. It looks like a Pizza Hut symbol. It will. People tend to rely on that to dodge, and the way net coding works, it doesn't do you much good, because half the time it's gonna be too late with attack side register stuff. It's not gonna matter. So in previous Armored Core games, the game was to kind of pre-dodge, or to kind of pre-strafe, pre-quick boost, pre-figure eight, cycle your movement in particular before someone's going to take the shot, in order to throw the shot off before it ever comes out in the first place, and kind of throw the trajectory off. So he was doing a lot of pre-movement before I even fired. It made it very difficult to track my shots, which is why you might have saw me holding on to him a little bit and trying some desperation shots when I realized I was in trouble. This thing just does so much damage. Be it staggered for any reason, it just hurts. It just hurts. That's why this build's called Punishment. Go. All right, I'm boosting out here. I think guys running old school crow extensions. It's on for a second. There he is. I was trying to bring in... Yeah, that's his game. I was trying to bring in the grenade shots, and I got staggered right before they came out. Ugh, I hate how slow those things come out sometimes. Ugh. Tried to pull it out around the corner, and it didn't matter. Boo. Yeah. I'm amazed that I can do that much stagger like that. I'm very curious as to how that works. I know Sweet 16s do a lot of stagger, especially if they do get it with a slope boosting. But I was around the corner for that first shot. So I don't know if maybe that was lag, or if I wasn't paying attention to actually shot. Because it looks like I was around the corner for this first little bit of... I thought I was around the corner for those first shots. I really did. Let's have a little bit of fun. He's having some fun. I'm gonna have some fun. This probably will go horribly wrong, but we'll see what happens. How do I find the plasma thrower on Biped? I normally hear it's available on Tetra. It looks like it's doing well there. Yes. So the main thing was, which I am terrible at, which I don't know why I'm using it, because I just got it like on that build. If you could land a kick, it's a true combo after kick. So essentially, if you kick someone, you can immediately then do the double hammer and hit them right afterwards, which will usually, in 90% of cases, will stagger someone. So, yep. It is what it is. But I think it's fun. I think it's probably one of the best, if not the best melee in the game. In general. Yeah, Separfies, I was not far enough around the corner. Yeah, apparently I was not far enough around the corner. Wow, there's my movement. Like, what's this thing doing? Movement, come back here. Hey, bunker! Bunker! Turn him out for a second. Oh, how did that not? Really? Come back a little bit here. Oh, I almost double canceled that. Oh, I tried to time it when he's gonna come in. I tried to be cheeky. I tried to be slick and tried to time it when he was gonna come in. I tried. That was fun. Whoa, oh, that was some really bad lag. You see that? Holy cow. What was that just now? Like everything just froze in place. Oh, the kick around the corner. Ever done a punch build? Yes, I had tried a punch build at one point. They are fun. I'm amazed at how somewhat viable punching actually is in this game. Those are some great games. I like it. All right. We'll go back to the drawing board here, though. Load this guy back up. I lost the build I was working on. I just realized that. That was dumb of me. If I take this route in, I think I'm going to have to, due to the nature of the build, and how much I'm going to have to how much I'm going to have to assault boost to catch up a lot of times, I think the shield might be a waste of space for me. If I'm being honest. It might be a waste of space for me. Simply because I'm going to be losing entirely too much on the back end. Trying to maintain some semblance. Yes, Bachelor's arms are definitely the best for punching. You're absolutely correct. Some semblance of maintaining a level of speed or a level of commitment on it. The biggest thing I'm having right now is that just doing this right now is just rough. Problem is, if I go double LCS, energy output becomes a huge problem. I mean, I have to go down to the Mayan Alpha, which is better than, you know, Melander, for example. But I'm losing a lot of defense. Oh. I could go Hal. Hal actually works in this scenario. I lose a lot of stability, which doesn't make me very happy, but as you can see, I'm getting staggered plenty anyways. So maybe this is the route. Maybe this is the route I go. Oh no, is that you? Were you in there playing? Dude, GG's, dude, your builds were awesome. Dude, so actually, dude, like that one, I think the second one you busted out with the cool, like, swirling, like, chromatic, like, swirls on the joints and stuff. Dude, that paint scheme was sick. Sick looking paint scheme. Like, yeah, I came in with the first build. I realized that was I'm trying out a quote-unquote meta build. I'm trying to find a heavy biped I really like, which I still have yet to find in this game. I've always been more of a tank and wheelchair person so far in this game, and a couple of good tetrapods. Heavy bipeds, I have been trying to find one I really like, and I have yet to, but I'm trying. But yeah, dude, those games were awesome. By the way, good job on dodging the cheeky power bunker where I tried to power bunker as your assault boosting in. I was like a half a second too early because you side assault boosted right before you came for the last kick. But yeah, no, overall, dude, sick play, sick builds. It was fun. How am I liking playing a heavy in PvP? I like heavies in PvP as a whole. I've been liking it in general. I think with the recent patch changes, there's been lightweights definitely have more of an advantage than they ever have before. But I don't think they're unviable. In fact, Larpster is very popular on a heavy biped build. The problem is so many builds online now are runaway builds. Like, so many builds now are just runaway builds that if you go over heavy, you're just they plink you with a couple missiles, then run away the whole time, and then you're done. So I would like to avoid that mess if at all possible. You know, this is looking more and more viable the way this looks. Go Melander even? I only add a little bit of weight here with Ephemera. Not bad. Stats in this thing aren't bad. This is double LCS dual majestic. This ain't bad. I mean, the boost speed, you know, let me find it. Let's take a look at it. Okay, I mean, I love my heavies, but I don't like it when I have to fight a rat with it. When I want to brawl. Yeah, I know. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Oh, man, this goes over 500. So, yeah, this has a chance at catching. And actually, it kind of looks cool, too. Question I have, though. Regular legs are going to be what I'm going to be running standard just because of total weight difference. It does make a bit of difference on that thing. Yeah, I joked about going spring chicken, but they're even heavier than the records, which I think is funny. So I'm at the 82,000 mark. I don't think I can get this thing properly functional and get it under 80K. You know, I can run the Alba and go up higher, but it's not going to be enough. I have to get down to like 78, 77, which then I'm using jailbreak, which good luck with that. Like, I'm asking for trouble running jailbreak. Like, the recoil is awful. The arm specialization is awful. The stats are downgraded across the board. I lose so much AP. Yes, I know. I know it's not over heavy. I understand that. So that's why I'm kind of running this route. But I don't think it's worth eking out a few extra pounds, so to speak. It's not worth shedding a couple pounds. See what I did there? to keep that range. I don't think it's worth losing any defenses I lose by going a different set of arms. I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather stick with it. The only thing I wish I could do... I mean, I'm already using a lighter head in the first place. I mean, I'd like to get my... You know what? This thing is so aesthetically insane to the point anyways. Do I just go full mind beta at this point? I mean, do I do that? I mean, at this point, look at this AC at this point. That's what it looks like. I almost want to go mind beta. One, it gets my... You look at it here versus this. It brings my stability over 1900. It solidifies my defense in other places. It's less drainy. Well, the fact that it's less drainy, does that mean I could put a different core on, actually? Ooh, you know, I could put a different core on then. Huh. Huh. But I lose too much there too is the problem. Its stability's nice, but that's about it. In the Diva, I lose so much. I get more stability, but I lose defenses across the board. Like, I didn't realize how tanky this core was. I don't know. I kind of feel like I need to stick with it. Like, I love the way this thing looks. My heavy's about 113k. Now that's a heavy. That's a heavy. Oh man, I love the way this thing looks. Look at that thing. Oh, that's sick looking. This might be the new punishment, so to speak. Actually, by comparison, how heavy is the hammer? A lot more. Ooh, I have enough drain weight still, though. I don't know if it's worth it for the aesthetics of the build and also how it works. My intention to how I plan on using the build, I don't think it's worth it. And this will keep me above 500. Sick. I don't need this either because I'm not running missiles at all anymore. I should have switched that forever ago. Whoops. Whoops. That probably would have helped in a couple fights. Whoops. Is it worth getting a little more medium on it? It might actually be worth getting a little more medium on it. It saves me a lot of drain, but I don't think it really matters for this setup, to be honest with you. I think I'll just stick with the Talbot. Oh, you're the big, yeah, the big heavy. You running the bell bottom legs on that, Gato? Running the bell bottom legs on that thing? I assume. You're running these puppies? Yeah. Okay, Chung, Plasma Whip on. Yeah, it is. The one thing that the Plasma Whip, you can use it while moving, which is nuts. Like, I like the hammer on wheelchair is crazy. What'd you need, Gato? What's your question? Yeah, occasionally you have to be much more aware. Yeah, I heard your name. I was saying something about your 113K. An okay dummy, but I saw the Mind Beta 234 QB shenanigans. Yeah, I thought about it actually. Rip my pre-patch wheelchair, but yeah, the wheelchair got hosed pretty hard, like real hard. Like it was rough, real rough. All right. The last thing I need to figure out, so I haven't done too much with this yet. I went lighter because I was trying to keep the range on it, but honestly, I can go a little heavier now, although I might need the output is the biggest problem. I thought about going Hakoshi instead. I had considered it, just because it has the bigger energy capacity as a whole for those longer engagements. I only gain like 0.04. And I mean, 400's not nothing. Like, it's not. 400's not nothing. And I'm having a rough time deciding on that one. Even heavier, but that's not going to do much good in this case. Which I think it'd be funny to run it. I don't know. I think I might try a Hakoshi up a little bit and see how it feels. All right. Let's actually save this thing this time. I ended up really liking this thing. I'm gonna come up with a new name. I'll save it here. We'll call it HBD. We'll call it Heavy Biped Testing. Alrighty. Take this puppy online. There we go. Ooh, lots of things. Dodo-sama, I see you. I see you, Dodo-sama. I knew you were in chat. I know you're there. I know you're there. Okay, once again, Nightbot has not been working the whole night, and it finally works an hour and 15 minutes into the stream, and the first message it gives is, here, subscribe on Twitch. Like, are you serious? You're supposed to talk about, like, joining the Discord. Oh, gosh, Bad Cooks Heavy Biped. This could be fun. You're supposed to talk about joining the Discord, talk about dropping a follow, and literally your first thing you do is sub. See, those who don't know, I have a history of my bots, or just bots as a whole, both on Twitch, on YouTube, on Discord, anywhere, causing me problems. Seriously, Nightbot, way too aggressive. I'm getting cooked. 50%. I'm getting cooked.
At 30%.
Ew. Man, shields are rough, man. Shields are rough. This is my weakness. I need to kick. The problem is I suck at kicking. I need to kick. I'm being cooked alive. Man. I seriously need to learn to hard lock properly and not break the lock constantly. As soon as I do that, my ability to win matchups in all will probably go up like 30%. But man, I have a hard time. Do it again, Dodo. Do it again. Make me learn. Like, legitimately. Like, I gotta get used to hard locking. And I gotta get to where I don't move my stinking mouse when I'm hard locked. But I just can't not do it, man. I can't. I've been trying so hard. I literally spent an hour. I spent an hour trying to learn how to do it. And it's like it's too many years of playing Counter-Strike, and the intensity just to like, you know, twitch, you know, just to snap to people's heads or something. Like it's like, don't move mouse when aiming and shooting. It's just going against every fiber of my gamer history. Muscle memory is fighting it so stinking hard. Alrighty. Hard lock on. Just sitting there next to me, menacingly. I cannot do enough damage to you. So heavy. One more time doing this, Sam. I want to try something. One more time. I want to try something. Yeah, it probably could fight Larpster. I wouldn't be surprised if it could. Now, the problem is you're going to run into people who are better at kicking than I am, which will make that build a little more difficult. Because Hardlock doesn't care about flames. But I just, like, I say again, I'm fully admitting I generally can't. I have the hardest time in the world with it. Can't believe how good a range. So this is crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure those LCS shots, the first charge ones, I feel like they should have landed. And they didn't, obviously. I'm very curious about something. Yeah. Yeah, I got a big shot and kited away. But one catch up is all it takes. Like, I don't know what it is. I just cannot make heavy bipeds work in this game. I can't. Like, I tried. Like, I've genuinely tried. And like, no matter what I do, I just don't ever feel comfortable. Like, I just don't ever feel comfortable. And it sucks. Because that's what I've used for years. And it just feels off in this game. Yeah, there might be some truth to that, Bonds. I know. I don't know. My strongest build? Gosh, I don't know what that even is anymore. I don't even know what that is anymore. I genuinely don't know what that is anymore. I mean, this is the build I used the most at the beginning and liked a lot. I have not used it since the patch because how much the wheelchairs got, you know, hard cranked against. Let me make some quick adjustments here real quick here. Let me make a couple adjustments. Yep, caught up with me. Yep. Caught up with me. Pulsar ran out. I can definitely feel the defense adjustment. It definitely is squishier than it used to be. Yeah, GG's Dodo. I'm just looking to see what my options are with this thing, because man, the defenses are hurting. Yeah. I thought about running. I have a quad Zook build I thought about running, but I haven't done it yet. The quad Zook wheelchair build's pretty strong too, but I have not run it yet. I'm gonna try one more time with the old school Grammaton to see how it does. No, stick with it. I'm curious. Stick with it.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Akon, thanks for subbing over on YouTube. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anton. I was just out of range for that spike. Oh, that sucks. I got used to that range again.
AP at 30%.
Yeah. I've gotten so used to like 20C and Hakoshi and Santai and stuff that this is the 128 energy spec generator, and man, the capacity on it is felt. How did those miss? I'm very confused. Like, I was close enough that those should have landed. Oh, man, it's frustrating. 3 times I missed the charge spike by like probably 10 meters. That was just out of range. I am out of practice with the workers. I need to use them again. I'm out of practice with the workers. I've ignored them for too long. I've lost my touch. All right, want to bring out Oppenheimer. Well, actually, make sure I have the right. Do I have the right booster on this? I do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're good. I don't guarantee that, Dota-sama. Don't guarantee that. See, there's some people who, the longer they play, the better they get. I am the opposite. The longer I play, the worse I get. I play the best when I first start playing, and as the longer I play, my ability to play just goes downhill. Why did I have pulse armor on this thing? Whoops. I thought I had pulse armor on this thing. Whoops. Whoopsie.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, see? You were worried about nothing. I'm telling you. Thank you for the follows, you two. Okay, dummy, no one easy. Appreciate it. Like I said, the longer I play, the stupider I get. That always has been. Like, I always did well at the beginning of tournaments. As tournaments got down and I placed well, I just got worse and worse as it went. Alright, so if I'm gonna go full blown, like I've had an option. Let's bring out the original punishment, just because I'm curious. Just because I'm curious. I'm gonna bring out the original punishment. Cleric versus the devil. I want to see war crimes. Not record. I run Nocturne Azazuke Iron PO5 I'll take the hit on my AP, but the huge buff and tracking. Logistics never miss. Yeah, I could see that. That makes sense. I could see that. Alright. Note to self, does nothing against Coral Shield. Or the Voomp against it did nothing. Man, Hammer Throw does nothing against that. That's nuts. Look how much damage that does.
AP at 30%.
That was double earshot, and that does nothing? Are you serious? It just absorbs double earshot like that. Really? Like, I haven't tested, like, earshots against shields that often. Like, for real, it does that little against shields? Like, no way. Like, that seems bonkers to me. That it would just eat double earshots like that. It did a lot of stagger. Dodo-sama, if you realize this, I hit you with both and you weren't staggered. You still had like 15% left. I literally had to hit you with after double earshot, I had to hit you with both hammer shots that knock you into stagger. Like that's nutty to me. Wow. My brain is somewhat broken at this point. Energy shortfall. All right, you know what, chat? You want in on this? You want in on this? Sure, let's do it. Dodo, don't go anywhere. After this, gonna make a new room, have you join. I'll be spectator. I'll watch. I want to see it. I want to see it. Yeah, I have never done them. Actually, I've never done Curtis with Majestic. No, I have not. It does sound kind of fun, though. Again, I thought I had pulse shield. I keep forgetting to equip pulse armor. Keep forgetting to equip pulse armor. Gonna have assault armor in this thing. Got pulse armor. Yep. Yep. Well, linear rifles definitely seem to do a better job against the coral shield as a whole. That's interesting information. All right, we're making a room. Custom match. Create room. Up to 9 players, 2 minutes. At the fuel base. Oh, come back here. We losers rotate. Keyword's going to be cleric with a capital C. I am in spectate. You're in alpha. Everyone's first shot at him. Here you go. Everyone's first shot at him. Here you go. Hey, look, everybody. I'm a real streamer now. I'm a real streamer now. I'm watching other people play games while I'm eating food. I've made it. I'm an actual streamer now. Oh. Thanks, Adonis. I appreciate that. Oh, you're right. The boss, you're right. This is still technically original content. I gotta watch someone else's content. You're right. I forgot. You're right. I gotta do that. I'm not. You're right. I am almost there. I'm not quite there.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, Debosh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right. No, earlier I was like, wow, they just ate dual ear shots like it was nothing. That thing just ate dual charge back triple laser cannons without like it was nothing too. I have not done enough testing with shields to really have a good accuracy on it. Does anyone know? Will this thing like eat double carousel blasts and not get staggered? Like hit like one in succession to another. Will it just like not care? I'm genuinely curious. All right, Solid Snake, you're up. I gotta get another drink. I'll be in 1 second. I'll be right back. Why can I not? That's weird. There we go. BRB. Alrighty. Actually, I didn't think Coral Shield was affected by the pulse bubble weapons. Like genuinely, I didn't think it mattered. Yeah. Only problem with that, Dodo-sama, in order to be able to hit you with the Vientos, because their tracking and bullet velocity is garbage, they have to be within cook range in order to hit you with the Vientos. So, as you can see, every time he's within range of you, it's just kind of, for no pun intended, or actually, yeah, no, totally pun intended, you're literally cooking him. He's dead. Like, every encounter where he came close to, like, stunning you, like, you taking left 3 to 4k AP off his AP total. Like, every time. What you're saying, Dodo, is to counter your build, you have to run dual Vientos with max explosive defense. Dual Vientos with max explosive defense. Gamagora, today's the first day of PvP after doing all the PvE. Oh, hey! Oh, you finished U-Game Plus Plus and everything then? Cool. Well, good luck. This is going to be a rough go. Secondly, how'd you like it? That was a weird delay. I like my mix medium rare. Honestly, as someone totally new to Armored Core, 86 might be my game of the year. Yeah, you know what? A lot of people who... I've actually seen a lot of people talk about with Armored Core how they play Armored Core 6 when it came out and really liked it. And then when they go play other games, they're having a hard time because the other games just feel so slow. Yeah, the story was amazing. The voice acting, the characters, the whole 9 yards, amazing. That's a lot of good explosives. That is a lot of explosives. Like a whole lot of explosives. All right. Black Creek doing some work here. Yeah, the aggressive pulse shield play though. Couldn't capitalize on the stagger. That's probably gonna seal the deal then. Yep. Oh, lots of cooking going on this round though. Assault boost out. Ops not the pulse shield this time. Not necessary, which I agree. Getting cooked right now. He's setting the creek on fire. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Just so everyone's aware, if you didn't know this already, if you have a flaming black creek near you, you probably should just run. You just run. I don't care where it's at. I don't care if you know your house is nearby. Nope. You come across a flaming black creek, you just run. You've somehow stumbled into the worst place imaginable. You need to get out. Oh. Gonna give Cram here his chance. So far known as taking down the king of the hill, the flames. Oh my word. How little stagger the pistols are doing to that shield is making me angry. How little stagger those pistols are doing to that coil shield is making me angry. The poor pistols, man. Well, the room's open, Bonds. Welcome to join. You want to play? There's more spots. There are more spots. All right, so after Snake, we'll give OK another try here. All right, Bonds. You're heading to bed. Have a good night. Good sleep. The heaviest of tanks. The heaviest of heavy tanks. Explosive defense. Oh, shield's burned out. Oh, Thermidor, you got the $50 bounty on Mood? Awesome. Congrats. That's awesome. Cooks are still cooking. The cooks are still cooking. Yeah, Pink's like, the flame is still burning. Like, I feel like I should be playing like some proper boss music here or something. Oh, zoom right past him. There's a Dwayne Johnson joke in there somewhere. If you smell what the dodo is cooking. Dodo comes on top again. Dodo again. Here you go. Okay, you're up again. After you, it'll be Ollie. Ah, Thermidor is joining in here. Wait, Thermidor. Were you in Enders back in the old Armored Core Legacy forum? Were you in Enders? Heavy missile rat? I guess to be a missile. No, okay, I got it. Everyone here familiar with Princess Bride? Would this be a missile ROUS? Is that what this is? A missile rat of unusual size? Can I coin that phrase right now? Dad, I didn't remember your name being a part of that group, so I didn't think so. So this is a missile ROUS. There you go. Missile ROUS. Missile rat of unusual size. I'm officially coining that phrase. Unless someone else already used it, I didn't hear him, so it counts. Yeah, I mean, the idea of the missile rat is probably good against this. The biggest problem is he has the ability to kind of stay on you because of the flamethrowers because you're too slow. Because you're slower, it makes it rougher on you. I kind of want to make a missile rat of unusual size now, just so I can call it that. Oh, sorry about that, Awful. I thought you were up. Hold up. There you go. I got you in time. Hey, Dota-sama, you should take it as a badge of honor. People want to take you down. It's a good thing. Yes, me proud. Oh my gosh, he still got out of the stagger. Even being point blank assault armored after taking multiple hits. Still not staggered. That's disgusting. I obviously have been ignoring the coral shield a little too much. This is kind of dumb. I'm suddenly imagining Dirk Dog's 3v3 tournament suddenly just turning into a full team of coral shields and running dual bad cooks. Now granted, he banned it from his tournament, so that makes sense. Which is probably a good thing. That's probably why he did it partially. You know, that showed some promise there for a bit. I gotta tell you though, watching all these people struggle against this is making me feel better about myself. I got you down on lower AP on a few times, a couple builds, a couple different times there, so that makes me feel a little better about myself. Yes, I'm enjoying everyone else's misery. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I can't change it in time. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the counter to Coral Shield is kick. You can kick it. Yeah, you can. Can't you? He's actually using. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, really. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Sorry, my brain crossed wires there. I'm thinking charge shots. Kicking someone who likes to hold down charge weapons is what. Yeah, that you want to kick him because that's what it's good for. Wow, my brain just, like I said, the more I go, the worse I get. That's where my brain was. My brain was on charging weapons and kicking them to get them out of charge. I know shield's different. Blah. The dual gat strategy. I like it. Yes, we are out here plotting on this build. That is correct. That's exactly what we're doing right now. Straight up plotting. I suddenly feel like I need to make like a highlight reel of this and just like make it like with Fire and the Flames in the background and just have it like continually like just having like have like 16 matches on the screen at once, and every time it gets to like a new then another screen, they have like 16 of these at once. There's just fire everywhere. I wonder if it doesn't work with the cats though. Gotta give Redcap his chance. He hasn't gone a little bit. Gotta give Redcap his chance. No credit for the pilot. I'm sorry, Toto. That is not fair to you. That is true. You are reacting to what the other players are doing quite well. So yeah, it's not like someone pulls shields, you're running. If someone's trying to be up further away, you get up close in their face. If someone's trying to play up close, you try to stay further away. So it makes sense. Like you're playing the build correctly, so there's no problem with that. But you have to admit the coral shield's a little busted. Which is why you're using it, if you're being honest. Cleric with a capital C. Just out of range again. Not a good place to punish again, though. By the way, Adonis, there's a lot of people on Twitch right now who are chatting back and forth. That's a lot of people are responding to her. So Adonis saying the pilot is decent, but without the shield, the build falls apart. I mean, that's why the bad cooks are so good with the coral shield. That's kind of the point. That's the idea. You're not caring about staggering, you're not caring about stunning, you're not caring about quick boosting or assault boosting except to get in, essentially. At which point you essentially just go to coral shield on while you flame people. That makes sense. Full shield gone. So there's one thing Earshot's good at. It does get rid of the full shields. Oh, we have our first death. Pink with another pun on YouTube. They said feed the fire, not feed them fire. Playing peekaboo with the split missile. Needs to pick his shot a little bit better. Save those grenades for a punish. That was a good hit. Whole shield just in time. Gone now, though. Coral shield is back. Drops just out of the grenade. Just drops out of it. Split missile doing some work. A dual missile, excuse me, dual missile. Let Mr. Rye have next match actually go to sleep. Okay, I can give it to him. That's fine. I'll give it to him. I will give it to him. Are you in here? There you go. Ready up. So does the explosive damage nature of how the flamethrowers work just kind of ignore the shield for the most part? I haven't done enough shield, you know, bad cook testing against a coral shield, so. Oh, Gabriel, dude. Thanks again for the super chat. Dude, like every time. So generous. I appreciate it. Like, hey brother, love the stream. I'm watching while I'm at work. Hey. I'm glad you can watch while at work. Sometimes I have the opportunity to, but not too often for me. A lot of times I have my head down in a project. I'm glad you can get some entertainment, some relaxation while you're working. Don't grind too hard. That was like a delayed stagger. That was a little weird. I mean, he's getting the shield down. The problem is he's not having a punishment on top of it. It's not just getting the shield down. You got to punish in conjunction with it is the problem. Hey, Bonds, be nice. Be nice, Bonds. Be nice, Bonds. I see what you did there, Bonds. You're not fooling me. I see what you did there. I see it. My eyes. Oh, the paint scheme, it hurts me.
Hey, buddy.
Thanks for the follow Victory. Appreciate it.
Hey, buddy.
Thanks for the follow, Dominican. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Man, they just...
Hey, buddy.
ETA Redcap, thank you also. Wow, lots of followers over on Twitch today. Oh, your daughter's on YouTube. Got it. Twitch stream has less delay and better audio quality. That's interesting. I wonder if that's something to do with the restream, maybe? Let me look at something real quick here. Oh, sorry, I'm loading something on my computer. If you see it lag, that's my fault. I'm pushing it right now on my computer looking at something else, so give me a second. On the control room real quick here. It's set the low latency. That's weird. Because I have... They're both set to the same stream quality. They're not separate. And YouTube is also set to low latency mode like Twitch is. So I'm surprised there's... I'm surprised that there's that much of a difference. That's weird. I wonder if Restream just prioritizes Twitch over YouTube maybe? Or if that's what it is. When I get to fight me? Oh, you know, we'll see. Maybe soon. Thanks, Victory. I appreciate it. Just a little unsportsmanlike. Is that another Princess Bride joke? Because I brought the Rats of Unusual Size in here. We're now making little unsportsmanlike comments, like like the giant. Is that what we're doing now? Oh my word. That's great. Trying to fit as many Princess Bride jokes in here as possible. Let's give it to Jamaica down here. He hasn't gone yet. He has not gone yet. No, don't change. They want to conquer the mountain. You're the mountain right now, Dodo. Congrats. They want to become king of the hill. You'll get turned next time, Thermidor. No worries. Yes, you're my mountain. Probably should have put it that way. Oh gosh. I feel like my monitor needs color correction now. I feel like it's one of those, like, anyone remember this from back in the day, the old LED or no plasma screens? You had to tune the color correction. You had to put like a DVD in the TV thing in order to properly adjust the color correcting on it. Like, that's what that reminds me of.
Hey, buddy.
Thanks for the follow, Pink Papa. Appreciate it. Whoa. We got dual was that Nebula? Redshift Nebulas, right? Yeah. Double Redshift Nebulas, double LRBs. He's going in close to try to guarantee the hit registration. I think that's the intention behind it. He's trying to guarantee the hit registration by getting in closer. In the life lead right now too. Ooh. The direct damage of the flames doing a little too much. More instant gratification on the damage end. Watching this thing though, is like moving on my screen is kind of like ugh. Like all those missed. Good moving around the building there with the salt boost. That would look good. Nebula, Redshift Nebulas are landing though. Pulse shield. GG's, Kefka. That was close. You have it after this, Snake. I gotta give it back to Thermidor for a minute. So, Dodo, if you don't mind asking, any particular reason for the dual missiles that you picked? I'm just curious. For Rat? Okay. Yeah, I could see it. Hmm. Indiscriminate earshot across the thing. Across the whole place. I respect it. I do. Whole shield's early. Yeah, I know. I saw it hit too. Yeah. I saw it hit. Yeah, this build would be super energy efficient. Man, you just keep back boosting against the booster. That's... Ugh. Yeah, I have no doubt that 100% proper lightweight full-blown missile rat would have a hard time against this. Well, no, excuse me, the other way around. This would have a hard time against a full-blown missile rat, excuse me. Oh, I'll tell you what, though. I can imagine... I can imagine, due to the nature of how the bad cooks work, you could just kind of spam it out there and get a few just stray hooks, so to speak, on the missile rats if you get close enough. The question is, can you get close enough? By the way, Snake, you're up. Well, I like the paint scheme. Oh, that terrifying sound. Can you play after Snake, Mr. We'll see. We will see. Carl says, like, I don't care about double charged plasma cannons. What do I care? What do I care? I'm running a coral shield. It's funny to see like the double plasma cannons hit and just see the stagger just essentially just not move.
Hey, buddy.
Thanks for the follow, Vumsy. Appreciate it. Hey, look. There you go, Beta. You're up. And after this will be Black Creek again. Black Creek will be after you. Not a bad cook. It's a good cook. Pink with the puns today. Never-ending puns. Blue is asking, what's the most cursed emblem you've ever seen? I'm wrapping up a Windows Clippy version of the anime All Mind. Wondering how high the bar is. I actually haven't seen too many cursed emblems, Blue. I've mostly seen really cool and like awesome. I actually have not seen too many cursed emblems. Maybe that's a contest I should have. I should have a cursed emblem contest. That could be hilarious. Man, even the range on Bad Cook's a little nutty. That's crazy. Hits from so far away. Pulse shield launcher putting in some work. Get a little bit of blips of stagger whenever it gets run into. Also blocks bad cook fire, if I'm correct. We can reenact the scene of Grogu on the Mandalorian with a bunch of pulse shields up around and a bunch of bad cooks going down. What, the bad cook goes through pulse shield? Pulse shield launchers? The bad cook just goes right through it? Really? Oh, dude. I haven't done a lot of bad cook testing, so I didn't know. That's rough. Gotta give it to Red Cap here. He hasn't had a chance to go in a little while. They have lost about half my audience. I think a lot of people are going to bed here. I myself need to go to bed. I gotta get up in about 6 hours to go to work. I think this AC name was Mech Grill, if I'm correct. Mech Grill. I think it was Mech Grill is what he named it. Yep, Mech Grill. Yep. Grilling up some mechs. See you, Gato. Nice to see you around again. Thank you so much for being here. Those went nowhere. Those are weird looking. Oh, ekes it out. Ekes it out. It's interesting enough, it actually did some work. Alrighty. All right, Thermidor, I think you're gonna be my last match, and I gotta go to bed. You gonna give us a spectacle? What are you gonna do here? I could be talked into one more if Mr. Rye really wants one more. But I think it's probably gonna be the last one. So let's go out with a bang. Give us a show. Everyone else left the room, so okay. All right, Dodo, let's see if you maintain your King of the Hill status. You're back in there? Okay. You're back in there. Let's see if you can maintain your status.
Hey, buddy.
Yo, Jared, thanks for the sub over on YouTube. Appreciate it. Definitely avoids the coral spam. That was good. Man, look how much damage that the bad cooks are doing. Have I been sleeping? I mean, I have a bad cook build on a tetrapod. I feel like I've been sleeping on these things. This is ridiculous. All right, Mr. Rye got back into the lobby, so he's gonna be the last one you have to go against here. Nice combo. Oh, the second hit on Pulse Blade fizzed out. The second hit on the Pulse Blade missed. Hey, thanks, Cram. I'm glad you could be here. Glad you can hang out. Coral Shield, I think, could be activated twice in quick succession without overheating. I think 3. Here you go. This is it. I'm gonna find some random Armored Core stream to raid on Twitch. This guy's playing Armored Core 1 for the first time. That's cool. Raid a firefighter stream, please? Bonds, I thought you were going to bed, dude. Oh, you're in bed at least. Okay, that's good. Oh wow, come on Twitch. I'm looking for someone to raid on the stream manager that gave myself as an option. I'm gonna raid myself, guys. Unlucky you, time zone. Yeah, I get it, Bumsy. I do. I get it. Actually, I have quite a few European players in our Discord, so I actually got a few Aussies too. Looks like this guy's climbing the wall for the first time. Good job, Dodo. It belongs to you. Congrats. The night belongs to you. You were the king of the hill, and no one dethroned you. The entire time. All right, what chat? What do y'all think? Do we raid the guy who's playing the very first Armored Core? Has never played Armored Core before. It's his first time ever playing Armored Core, period. Or do we raid the guy who's trying to beat the wall for the first time? What do you think? The wall. All right, we'll do that one then. All right, everybody. Appreciate everyone who came in and played. Got your cleric fix. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for everyone who came and played. Thanks for hanging out in chat. Thanks for the conversations. Thank you for keeping it 98% civil. Games were fun. I'm looking forward to getting more into PvP, and I'm doing a lot of other stuff. Like I got to get back into the PvP game more so I get better at it. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I will be streaming the YouTube side of DirkDoc's 3v3 stream. So I'll be doing the YouTube end, he'll be doing the Twitch end, and then when we get to the finals, we'll be doing it together. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Also, there's some more mods might be coming down the pike I want to try out, so we'll see what happens with those too.
Hey,
But
buddy.
yeah, this is been a lot of fun. Striker Tasa, thank you for the follow. We're actually getting ready to raid someone. I'm actually finishing up as we speak. Are you streaming right now by chance? You're not streaming, right? All right, good. Because I was going to pop this over to your stream if that was the case. Look at that peer pressure, Striker. Core oscillator's broken again. Uh-oh. What's this about? Want to give us a sneak peek about the video? Yeah, it doesn't really work on me either, Striker. I get it. I'm well beyond that. Actually, I don't think peer pressure ever really worked on me, to be honest with you. I'm all for having a good time, but yeah, no, I get it. Only money makes Striker talk. Look at this. Man, they're hosing you already. You've only been here for 2 seconds. That's what water pressure's for? We need some water pressure after this stream. Oh, man. All right, well, thank you, chat. I appreciate you all being here. It's a lot of fun. And we're going to rate someone who's trying to beat the wall for the first time. By the time we get there, I might have beat it. Who knows? Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Thank you all. Thanks again. Appreciate it.